Our Books controller currently has two actions, which are two public methods representing its endpoints. It has getAll action for displaying the full list of books, and deleteItem for removing items from the list. Now it's time for the third action, which is the action for adding items to the list. This action will be associated with the HTTP POST verb used to send data from the frontend to the backend. So we're gonna use the HTTP POST attribute to associate our action with the POST verb, and we're gonna create an action, which is a public method in the controller. Let's switch to Visual Studio. So first, HTTP POST attribute. Okay. We're gonna create a new method, addItem. This method should return action result type. And of course, it's gonna be a public method. Our method is gonna accept only one parameter, which is the value of the item to be added. So, parameters. It of course is gonna be type book, and the name of the parameter new book. We're gonna retrieve this parameter from the body of the HTTP request. So we're gonna use from body attribute. From body. Each HTTP request has so-called body. Body is a place where, among others, HTTP request parameters can be located. So we're gonna fetch the value related to parameters of our new book just from request body. But don't worry about these issues right now, since we're gonna talk about them a little bit later in one of the following lectures. Now that we have the method signature ready, it's time to implement the method's body. For our method, the logic's gonna be very simple. We just want to add an item to the list of books. So we will use the add method on this list and pass the new item, new book, as its parameter. So first curly brackets, our list, books, and the method add, and we're gonna add our new book. After performing this operation, we return a success message by calling the create method, which will set appropriate status code to the frontend, indicating that the operation was successful. So return created. And that's it. We've got our method ready. So now we can run our application. We can see in Swagger that the third endpoint appeared there and is associated with the POST verb, which is used to send new data from the frontend to the backend. POST. We're gonna execute this method. So, try it out. Now we're gonna modify the request body of our HTTP request and set the ID, and title properties. For example, we can set the ID to 4 and the title to title 4. Now we can run our operation by pressing execute. and we can see 204 status code, which corresponds to created. A new item in our list of books has been created. Now let's check if the new item actually appears in our list of books. To do this, we'll return to the get endpoint and execute it. Get, try it out, and execute. Now we can see 4 items in our list, including the recently added item with the ID 4 and the title 4. Here we got it. Everything works as expected.